Good day all, welcome back to Cruisin Classics YouTube channel. Today we have for you a rare treat, a 1989 Pontiac Trans Am 20th anniversary turbo pace car. You don't see these every day. There aren't a lot of them out there. Only 1,555 of these made. Only 187 of them are like this one with glass T-tops and a cloth interior. So very rare bird indeed. And it's a first in a couple of ways, and a last. It was the last of the anniversary editions that Pontiac ever did of the Trans Am, where they did more than just some interior custom trim and a paint trim on the outside. On this one, they went whole hog. Because it was the Indy 500 car, they put a special engine in it, a special transmission, special suspension. They went overboard, making this a killer car. It was the first pace car in the Indy 500 that required no modifications other than a light bar and sticking a camera in it to pace the Indy 500, because it is quick. And wait till we get under the hood. I'm real excited to share all the details of this car with you. It's dressed in its original white paint, which I would call good driver quality at this point. It does show little signs of wear here and there, but overall a very nice looking paint job. You can see on the front end, it's got fog lamps on that lower aero valance. You can see the vents in the hood. Really nice emblems on here. High dollar, really nice, well done. These weren't cheap for Pontiac to make. They kind of went overboard just to make them look cool. You can see it has pop-up headlights. The issue with these pop-up headlights is they don't pop up. They do illuminate, but they don't pop up. Apparently this was already a problem for the previous owner, and they have a new set of gears for left and right in the center console box, so those can easily be rebuilt and the headlights will pop up and down again. Moving around to the side of the car, you can see it's got the aero kit across the bottom, so you got that different front valance, really nice rocker trim down there, and tons of badging. Turbo Trans Am here. You got a really cool Indianapolis Speedway down here lower on the rocker cover. Pace car sticker looks awesome. No peel on it. Looks like new. You can see we got color keyed dual sport mirrors on each side. Looking down here, we've got the factory gold diamond spoke aluminum wheels that have a little WS6, well, it's upside down, but WS6 performance suspension call out there on the center cap. And we've got Eagles up on the front for tires via Goodyear, and in the back we got a set of Otsus. Those glass T-tops on here are lockable, and there is a black vinyl storage bag from factory in the hatchback ready to go for those. You can see even little details on the car to kind of spice it up a little bit. The little insets here, the body color keyed inset on the door handle looks really cool. We've got another one of those really beautiful gold badges celebrating the 20th anniversary back here on the B-pillar. You'll see on the back we've got the aero deck lid, spoiler, and the really elongated back hatchback glass with rear defrost, as you can see. Now, we did make note in the ad, in the listing description, there is a crack in the rear spoiler, and we don't know whatever caused it. It doesn't seem to get any worse, but it is a split in the spoiler. It's about 3 inches long by about 1/4 of an inch wide. As we move around the back, you can see we've got a really nice aero bumper, great grid pattern taillights in really good shape. Those tend to crack over time. They also get fadey over time, and those look spectacular. A really nice Trans Am Eagle and turbo call out. You can see it's a brake light hidden between the deck lid spoiler and the deck itself. We've got a really nice metal pace car badge down here. I'm going to go ahead and open the hatchback while we're back here. You'll see when we get in the hatchback that there are extra struts for the hatchback. Now, I'm going to do it one-handed because I'm holding the camera. I pushed it all the way open, and it's not coming back down. It is a little hard to push open. Perhaps that's why somebody bought new struts. But you can see those are both right there, ready to go, ready to be put in the car. Although I don't think you need them yet. Personally, myself, I mean, I'm not a big guy, and I lifted it up with one hand and it stayed up. Real nice looking back area in the hatchback. You can see we've got the T-top bag. In this folder, all kinds of goodies. There's this commander chip information, and this is a performance chip that you can add into the GNX or into this turbo Trans Am, which both share basically the same engine, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But we can't confirm this chip's in there, but they've gone ahead and added a ScanMaster 2.1 so you can control and monitor all kinds of the systems in the car. Our thinking is the car's got a tune, and they put the ScanMaster and the Commander chip in there to give it more horsepower. And it does say 93 octane on here, and I'm guessing that you're probably going to need to use 93 octane in the car now. We do have here an original Windows sticker, not laminated, but it is an original one. And we've got some original paperwork. In here is original dealer paperwork, original invoice for the car from Don Sisk Pontiac back in 1989. Very cool to have. Those all, of course, come with the car. And you can see there is a cargo anti-theft cover screen here that you can roll out to cover the whole back area. I'm going to go ahead and shut that, and I'm going to do it with one hand. It will be a little loud. It's heavy. All right. Well, I guess I didn't shut it hard enough. I tried to go easy for the sake of the phone, and could have been a little better. Go ahead and do it again. There we go. All right. Moving around the side of the car. You'll see nice and straight. The passenger side looks just as nice as the driver's side. Same high quality gold badges celebrating that 20th anniversary. Sticker for the pace car looks just as nice on this side as the other. You'll see it does have a power antenna. Unfortunately, this power antenna does not work. The radio still does work, but it can be a little difficult to pull in stations, particularly indoors like we are here. Now that we're back up at the front of this 89 Turbo Trans Am Commemorative Edition pace car, I'm going to pause briefly and we'll get back with you inside the engine. And we're back under the hood of the 1989 Turbo Trans Am Commemorative Edition pace car, and it is a gorgeous stock looking engine bay. The first thing that pulls my attention, of course, is the turbo unit. And you can see over here that they've cut into it Turbo TA. And if you pull up real quick on Google what the GNX one looks like, it has a GNX cut in it in the same fashion as this. So real cool that they've used the same turbocharger unit and kind of gone the same route with that same look. It is basically the same 3.8 liter V6 turbocharged engine that's in a Buick Grand National, but the compression is 8-to-1 instead of 9-to-1, and it has 16 psi of boost versus 14 psi in the GNX. Factory horsepower rated at 250, but when it was dyno tested regularly, they were hitting 300. So I don't know why they undershot the horsepower rating, but they sure did. It's quick. According to Haggerty, when they tested it, it was 0.1 second faster than a GNX, both in 0 to 60 and in quarter-mile runs. So it is a speed demon. And now with that chip in there, my guess is you're going to get even heightened levels of performance out of it. You can see we've got Finn factory valve covers, nice chrome alternator. You can see your wastegate tube, you can see the intake with the air filter. It does have power brakes. And the brakes are actually the Camaro police brakes that are on here. So four-wheel discs, and they definitely will stop this thing in a hurry. Power steering, of course, cold air conditioning, yes indeed, check that box from the factory. Everything up here looks clean and tidy as it should on such a limited miles car. This car has got under 30,000 miles on it, and it sure does look the part. made it up to this 3.8 liter V6 is a 200 4R 4-speed automatic overdrive transmission, and that's putting power to the pavement via a 9-inch rear end back in the back with 327 gears. So you can do donuts with this car, or you could drive it on the freeway and keep up with rush hour traffic in the morning. It is an all-purpose, cool driver car. Let's take a look inside. Beautiful original camel interior. Again, one of only 187 of these made that had the cloth seats. It seemed like everybody chose leather, and the rare ones are the cloth ones. Back seat looks unsat in, and look at the tall backs. Those seats fold down, giving a bunch more room for storage in the rear compartment of the car. Seats are free of stains, free of wear. They look great. They look hardly sat in. Very, very nice. No rips, tears, no nothing. The interior is in excellent shape on this car. Door panels, nice mixture of tan colors. You can see we've got power locks on there. You'll find power mirror and window controls on the center console once we hop in. Nice looking brown carpet. It looks factory to me, and carpeted floor mats to keep it that way. You can see our courtesy lights are on both under the dash and up here on the ceiling. Headliner's got a little bit of markations here, but they kind of just go away when you wipe at them. It's more like just the felt. It's nice and taut throughout. And a quick view of the T-tops. They do have the locks on them, you can see right there, which is a really cool feature. Give you a better view of the passenger seat, what good condition it's in. Map pockets on the doors, nice and convenient. Got a center console here, storage box armrest combo, and in here you'll find the original owner's manual for the car. And here's a set of gears for the headlight motors, and here is another set of gears, left and right, for the headlight motors. So the rebuild kits are ready to go for those. You'll see the courtesy light inside the box does work too. Typical of an 80s car, they've got this grid pattern on the center console. That's kind of a Pontiac thing. They did a lot during this time period. Controls for power mirrors and power windows both work. You can see we've got a leather wrapped emergency brake lever and a leather wrapped shifter here. And you can see it's a 4-speed automatic overdrive transmission. Hidden up here on a little push button. There's your ashtray, small though it is. Factory stereo, AM, FM, cassette, 5-band EQ, controls for the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Up on the dash, you'll see it is a crack-free black vinyl dash. The only enhancement being a boost gauge from Autometer. Now when they built this car, they did build it with a turbo, so they put a boost gauge right here in the dash on the tachometer. This does not work anymore. This one does up top. I don't know why the one on top is there, whether they put it in as a supplement when they put the Scan Master and the Commander Performance chip in, or whether the one on the dash quit working and it was easier to just put one on top of the dash. But you do still have a working boost gauge. You can see there we got under 30,000 miles, 27,700 and change on 140 mile an hour speedometer, and I imagine this car will beat that 140 miles an hour. Other original gauges, you've got your basics: fuel, battery, temp, oil pressure, the usual suspects. On the dash, you've also got a couple other little features. You can see here we've got a rear defogger, we've got an interior release for the hatchback, and over on the driver's side, right there, you've got for your fog lamps. Also, you'll see the on our lever here, we've got cruise control and intermittent wipers as well. The steering wheel, black leather wrapped 4-spoke with stereo controls. It was still 1989, and these seem a little rudimentary by what we're used to looking at now in the modern cars, some 25, 30 years down the road, but really cool technology for its time, and those do work. Over on the passenger side of the dash, you'll see just some vinyl pockets for storage. Another little 20th anniversary logo. and a performance suspension call out. Very, very cool. Well, I am anxious to get this car fired up and share it with you. Well, it is peppy, to say the very least. It wants to rock and roll. I haven't taken it out on the road and driven it. I've just driven it around the lot, but my impression is it's probably pretty scary fast. Now notice I'm not putting my foot on the accelerator. Of course, this is a fuel injected car. Here's the start. Fires right up. I'm gonna give it a little kick. Oh yeah. Oh, how nice is that? What a great sounding car. Nice cold start. Let me show you up here. See, we're down at the bottom there. Watch our oil pressure gauge go up. You can see it works. You can see we got a full charge battery and kind of low on gas. You see we got a nice responsive tach. You can see we got a nice responsive boost gauge. Very, very nice indeed. Let's go back and give a listen to what's coming out of those tailpipes. What a special car. As nice as those pipes sound in the back, when you hit it and that turbocharger spools up, I can only imagine how cool it must sound. Folks, if you've got any questions about this 1989 Pontiac Trans Am Turbo Pace Car 20th Anniversary Edition, it's got all that going for it. Yes, it does. Give us a call. Here in Columbus at Cruisin Classics, our number is 614-276-7355. Happy to help you get financing for this awesome ride. We'll be back again tomorrow with something else cool.